So different now, yeah. Same road, brand new view.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Perspective Podcast, where the conversations are intentional. We are doing a crossover episode with the Sold Sistas today. So also,
You gotta say it right, LaTrease.
welcome to the Sold Sistas Podcast. I'm your girl, LaTrease.
I'm Future.
And today we have our husbands.
Yes.
Nicholas, you want to introduce yourself?
What up?
You gotta say I'm Nick.
I'm Nick.
Tell the people who you are, what you do.
You just said Nicholas. Do I want to introduce myself?
You don't really have a choice. See, this
See
is
that?
about to. I already see where this episode is going now.
This ain't about me today.
What-
So you
what-
get
oh,
Nicholas
it's not
today.
about you.
No,
You
it's
just
about the
told
It's
us.
about the perspective and Soul Sisters. You know what I'm saying?
Who are you? Tell the people who
You know
you
what I'm
are.
saying? I'm your husband. That's what I am.
Lordy Jesus.
You
Michael,
knew it was gonna happen.
can you introduce yourself to the people?
I'm Michael Murphy. I am the husband of Future, the broker, the real estate mogul, the big boss in the city.
Period.
Okay. So why they being difficult? Why they want to
I
tell
don't
people
know
what they do?
What they do.
Lordy Jesus.
Everybody know what we do.
All right. So today we are merging the Soul Sisters and the perspective. And we want to talk about love after the reception. So we want to let the people know the things that people don't hear about marriage. You know, oftentimes we hear about wedding planning, wedding bells, and the wedding, but we don't talk about what happens after. So we want to have some authentic conversations about marriage.
Y'all know LaTrease love the messy.
We're not gonna
We
be
gon-
too
we gon'
messy.
keep her
We want y'all
together.
to. We want
She
y'all to.
love the messy.
Everybody's going home and they're gonna still be married, so it's not gonna be too messy. And then guys like the sugarcoat stuff because they don't really want to piss us off. So they only gonna get the people a little something. But let's get into it. Let's start off with how did y'all meet?
Me and Michael met at work. We met at work. I was a corrections officer for a while. A prison in the city closed, so they started doing bumps. So if you don't have any seniority, they'll bump you around. So I ended up getting bumped over to a prison that was a little bit far out west. And some of the other people who didn't have seniority got bumped too. So they were like, he wasn't there though, but they was like, it's a cute guy that's coming. He's overseas. But
Yes,
he'll
sir.
be They did. I ain't gonna lie. They was like, it's a cute guy that's coming. He, his name is Murphy. He's overseas, but he'll be here. And I remember when he finally came, it was like a couple months later, I was leaving out of my unit and I saw him walking past me and I was like, hey, we spoke. And I called my friend, Danielle. I called Danielle like, yeah, I saw the guy that they was talking about. She was like, what you think, girl? I was like, yeah, he is kind of cute. And that's how we ended up meeting. It just kind of like we progressed. We started being friends. We tried to holler at me and we met at a club. And it was cool. And then he invited me out. And I was like, well, my attitude. I'm like, you paying for me to get in? He was like, we both got paid on Thursday. And I was like, okay. I went right past that club and went to the casino with my homegirl that night. So we kind of fell back after that and just genuinely had like a genuine friendship. Like we started like being friends.
Mm-hmm.
And it just led to this thing called marriage.
Oh, Michael,
He started paying for stuff. He came correct that second go around.
Michael, did you know you wanted to get with Future when you met her at the prison?
Nah, I don't think at first, and then I just remember her when I remember her walking in one day and she had some like short hair. I still remember, and I was just like, oh, she pretty. Like, because she always have her hat on and stuff, so you didn't get to really chance to see her face.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, oh, she pretty. And then, like she said, we always had, like, good conversation. She was cool. So I was like, you know what? Let me shoot my shot.
Okay. Babe, you want to tell the people how we met?
Want to? I'm willing. We got time. I'm gonna try to do it.
This story is about to be interesting.
So, because she
You
want
gotta
me to
get
tell
closer to the mic too.
She want me to. The production man didn't tell me I need to get closer to. See the problems that's
did.
going on right now.
He
Y'all see
said
what's
get
going
closer
on
to
right
the
now? Did y'all see that? He's already got my levels right. He made sure I'm good. He told me he ain't said nothing about nothing.
Go ahead.
But anyway, yeah. So the reason she said it that way is because in her head we got together and it looked different to her than how it looked to me. So she wants to hear from my
I
point of
cannot
view.
wait to hear the two
You know
different
what I'm saying?
stories.
So
Let's
basically,
just
I
hear
was
it.
2002. We was auditioning to be in the all-city marching band. We both play saxophone. A lot of people know that who follow us or whatever. And we ended up both making the band, and we just kind of ingratiated circles. I had a couple guys I hung out with. She had girls she hung out with. We started hanging out together. Parted ways to go to college. Ended up meeting again. I'm trying to get a quick version. Ended up meeting again because our schools played against each other, FAMU and Southern. They booked us in the same hotel. It's tradition when you have two of the schools that, HBCUs, they book in the same hotel. You come down the lobby after the game and find out who's from your city that goes to the other school. So you just kind of take away the whole, it's us versus y'all, it's all about each other. Yeah. We all from home and made it to college and whatever. So I see her for the first time as an adult, and I'm like, like she's looking good, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't what I saw when we was in high school. She done developed a little bit.
She developed.
She developed a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So we just clicked up, exchanged numbers again, and hung out, and word started spreading for us. We didn't have to do anything. A lot of gossiping happened after, because they could tell the energy. And then we got back. I told her, if we ever go back to Detroit, and we both single, I want to see if something's there, because she was understanding to a lot of stuff I was talking about that a lot of people couldn't understand about being popular in college. She's popular in college. I was popular. We both just had them big circles, and I wasn't threatened or intimidated by it, and she wasn't threatened or insecure about mine. So that was attractive to me. It had nothing to do with really, like, yeah, she would look nice, but when you done been around that, you want somebody who's just comfortable with your lifestyle, who understands who you are. So when we got back, she was single, I was single, and we got together, and we've been together ever since.
Is that what happened, LaTrease?
Kind of.
What's the twist that he wore? What is he leaving
I gave
out?
the clean version. Look at the camera.
He did really good.
She about to give try to give some type of messy
he usually
version.
give like a crazy version.
This is a professional interview. On the cell phone,
that was good. That was good. But Nick asked me to move back home. I had no intention. It
That did not happen.
I believe LaTrease.
That's a lie.
We were. So he was in Louisiana, and I was in Florida, and he was just like, if you move back home, I'm gonna move back home, and I'm gonna marry you. He was and we weren't even dating. We weren't even going together then. Like we were both living out of state. You didn't say I was gonna be your wife.
I said that. I didn't say I would move home for her, because I was shooting game. I didn't even think I was coming home. I was saying it just so I can get down, and then I ended up going home for real. And I was like, for real. I was running game trying to get on. And I was like, yeah, I come home.
Now you gotta convince me to get home to get some.
And
You
then,
made me move.
Crazy.
Do y'all see how men will do?
I dropped everything
Come
though.
all the way home. You could have got that when we was what?
Well, I was
Out of
young,
state.
dumb, and out of control. That's what
Make me
happened.
move all the way
Are you
back.
back home?
Wow.
Yeah, it's wild.
But at least we got here. It don't matter.
No matter how you got there, just
We
as
got
long as you
here.
But yeah, no, it was definitely a. Remember this day in band camp? Like, we started off homeboy, homegirl for a long time. So, all right. So let's jump and fast forward a little bit. How did you know that Michael was your person?
When did I know Michael was my person? I do know. I know exactly when I knew Michael was my person. I had got out the relationship with my kid's father. Y'all know I got Destiny and Faye dad. And he was trying to break me. He was trying to break me down where he was, I told, you know the story. He was a provider for his children up until we decided that we weren't going to be together anymore. And he did a lot for me financially. He did a lot for his children financially. And I was 100% fine with him not doing anything for me financially. But I expected for a man to continue to take care of his children. And I remember I was on a phone in the car outside of my apartment. I was crying because he was supposed to give me some money for my kids' medication. And I was talking to Michael on the phone. I asked for stuff, but I wasn't asking for this. I just was venting. And Michael was like, don't ask him for nothing else. If you need something for you or your kids, I will figure it out if I have to figure it out. And I was like, this is my man.
Oh,
That's when I knew, like, this is my man.
Michael, when did you know Future was the one?
I remember I was filling out for a job, and I was filling out for this job, and Future was helping me, and I needed a cover letter. And I was like, man, I'm not just gonna do a cover letter, and I'm just gonna throw it in there. And Future was like, like looking at me like she
I was
just
disgusted.
disgusted with me. And she was like, "You're not gonna do. You say you want this job, but you're not even gonna do a cover letter. You don't really want to." And I was like, "Yep, this is the woman I need. Somebody that's
Because
just
he said
not."
it was like his dream. Like at the time, it was his dream job. He was like, "This is the job I want," and it did not come up all the time. And it's time for you to apply for it. And I'm like, he's like, "Well," I'm like, "You got to put a." I'm just gonna submit. I said, "What is going on here?"
So that's when I knew. I was like, yeah, because this is a woman that's not about to let me slack or not about to let me do less. You know what I mean? She sees something in me that sometimes I don't even see in myself. So I knew that's what I needed. She get on my nerves when she comes with me with that, but I knew that's what I needed.
Very interesting. When did you know I was your person?
When he told you to move home.
Right. Apparently, when he told me to move
When he told
home,
you to
that
move
was
home.
just.
No, I knew. Okay, so I knew that I knew I could get her, but I had to be in proximity, right? So I'm like, she at the crib, I'm in school.
Right.
That's a no-go. But if I'm at the crib, I can get her. But I knew I didn't know I wanted her until she drove to Southern to help me cross Sigma, because
Oh,
that's what I wanted to do. Like, and it was like, it showed me that she was down for something that had nothing to do with her.
yeah.
That's real.
That's for real.
That's
Like, that's
real.
cool.
That's real.
Not the drive.
So she drove up there.
She
Oh,
loves
my
not
transportation.
the drive. She loves
My first apartment. And she came, and she had me working on my history. And you would think that she would drive that far for us to be doing other things, but she was about helping me focus, not get caught up in cross. And so I don't even know if I ever told her that, but that stuck with me, because a lot of people want other stuff from you. And she didn't want nothing from me.
That's
she just wanted me
cool.
to have what I wanted to have. So I didn't know how to articulate that because I was still young.
Yeah.
But I knew something was different about her because she wasn't there to try to get none of me.
Yeah. That's cool.
I wasn't in Mardi Gras, getting beads or nothing. I was sitting there going over
She
history.
was in my apartment. Yep.
That's real.
I knew Nick was the one when I had jaw surgery. Like, right, I had an underbite, and it had bothered me like my entire life, but it wasn't until I became an adult where I could financially afford to take care of it and have the surgery and do all that stuff myself. And my mouth was wired shut for 8 weeks, and I had to eat out of
How much weight did you lose?
I only lost like 15 or 20
It was a lot-
pounds.
it was
That
a
ain't
lot.
bad.
It was mad visible.
I'm
Like
gonna
it
have to
fell.
I'm gonna have to get my mouth wire
She done
shut.
said
And that's what I
She
said. I
said
need
that-
to go back.
She
And
done
get
said
that, like, I'm
We
gonna
gonna
do
go
it
together.
That's
We gonna
what-
set the day.
It worked like crazy.
So
It worked like
crazy.
He's so crazy.
It fell off like.
And so I had to get fed through like a syringe, and he was like blending up my food. He was at the hospital with me. And even before I had the surgery, he was like very emotional. Like, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do this. But every time I woke up, like, I was knocked out the whole time I was in the hospital. Every time I woke up, he was right there in like that uncomfortable ass chair, just sitting there. Like, when nobody else was there, like, he was just there.
Period.
So I was like, oh, he loves me. Sickness and in health. So that's what I knew.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's jump into love language. Babe, what's your love language?
Physical touch.
That's what I was gonna say. That's actually a better way to do it. Let me see, Michael. What's Future's love language?
I don't know really the language. What is the choices?
I don't know all of them, but I know that that's one of them.
What do I like?
What do you
What makes me
like?
feel love?
Gifts.
So you got physical touch, words of affirmation.
Words
I think,
of affirmation.
Acts of
I believe.
service.
acts of service, gifts. I think it may be one more.
Yeah.
I think words of affirmation, physical touch, gifts.
all of them, basically.
Yeah.
All of them.
Them as I say is the top three. I would say.
If you had to narrow down, what's the top?
Gifts.
I was gonna say that off bill.
I love a little gift, but I'm a great gift giver as well. Everybody can attest to that. Like, I'm a great gift giver. I'm not selfish at all.
Yeah, I just wasn't. Gifts was different for us because I didn't grow up with like I didn't know what Nordstrom's was or Ruth Chris was before I met my wife. And I'm like, you spent $200 on jeans? And I remember she bought me some. I was like, these are the best comfortable jeans I've ever had in my life. Love these jeans.
What's Future's love language? Or no, Future, what's Michael's love language?
Acts of service, which I could do a lot better with. And of course, physical touch. I think every man's
Pull
love
up to that
language.
bumper. I know I'm
all
when
day.
you laying down, she tell me pull up to that bumper. I know I'm
Man,
like,
come on now. What you doing?
Every man is gonna be physical
Outside
touch.
all day. I'll come in. Come on now.
Touch him.
You know
see
why
her
I'm
over here with
I don't
this
care where.
blonde hair.
I don't care where.
It's time to go home.
I don't even care where. I'm like, yep, get that ankle, get it. Touch something.
Just touch him.
Yeah.
I'm
While
playing the
you
game.
driving,
Touch
riding
something.
in the car, it don't matter.
Back to their ear to ear.
Touch his ear.
so
Just
silly,
touch
man.
him.
I'm
I
dead
complain about only getting
I know LaTrease be telling me.
15% of the bed. You know what I mean? But if she move over, I'm like, where she go, man? We'll throw a leg over there. If she ain't got a leg over there,
It's a problem.
it's a problem. Where you at? Where you at?
That is hilarious. What would you say my love language is?
I don't count gifts because I think everybody like gifts.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say acts of service.
It's
I
definitely
would say I
acts of
think it's
service.
acts of
Because
service.
I'm a
too.
server. Like, and she knows it. Like, as long as
Yeah.
you don't make me feel like shit about it, I'm going to do everything you ask.
Yeah,
As
I
long
know
as you
it's
show
gonna
me
be.
that you appreciating it, it ain't no limit. I start capping when I feel like you're not feeling, like
Yeah.
you're not, like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? So, acts of service, I'm on that.
Yeah.
And I know she love it.
What's one thing, and anybody can answer this, one thing nobody warned you about before marriage?
You got to compromise.
Mm.
I think that's the.
Yeah, marriage is a lot of compromise.
'cause I would say because I grew up in a 2-parent home,
Mhm.
so really, what my father said, that's what went. You know what I mean?
What your mama tell you recently?
What?
These new women different. They got options.
Yeah. They said so. Well, like I said, what my father said went. So when I got married, and to the Future, and it was like, I'm like, woman, what? This ain't how it's supposed to work. But you have to compromise. You have to compromise 100%.
Yeah, if you want to stay married, you got to compromise. Marriage is going to change you. Marriage is going to stretch you. If you want to be stretched, I know a lot of women want to be married. Marriage is beautiful. I love marriage. Like, even listening to y'all talk about, like, y'all relationship, I'm smiling like I'm watching a rom-com because I love love. But marriage going to stretch you. Like, just, you have great times, but you're going to have some times where you're going to be tested. And the wedding is over. That part is over. I think that a lot of women, they want the ring and they want the ceremony and they want to be able to say that they are married, but they are not prepared for
To be a wife.
They're not prepared to be a wife.
Yeah.
And even me, like, I'm gonna be honest,
Period.
like, Nick, I'm learning
Yeah,
how
we
to
all
be a
are.
wife.
We all are learning how to be.
learn how to be with
that,
another
but
person.
for certain, the
Yeah.
intention
Yeah,
Yeah.
to be intentional about that.
about that. Yeah,
And I think also there's going to be days where marriage is not 50-50. It's not
Yeah.
80-20 where like
Yeah.
one person is carrying the load. Like I might be burnt out and you got to pull me back in, and you might be burnt out and I got to pull you back in. Like it's tough. Like, and I
Yeah.
think not enough people talk about that. Like they make it seem like, oh, especially on social media, everybody
Especially
make
on
it
social
seem like
media.
it's just
Yeah,
so
it is.
easy breezy. And I'm like,
gender role this, gender role that, and it's just like when you trying to build something, and that looks a lot different. Even if you are just like have children and you are focused on building up your children and building up that household, when you are trying to build something with somebody else, it's never going to be a 50-50 situation. And if you have somebody that truly loves you, that goes without saying. Like, Michael is a man's man. As a man's man, Michael don't have to ask me for anything because you see where gaps need to be filled in your relationship. And that's like the blessing, is finding somebody who is going to fill those gaps for you where, they see you struggling in any area and they're going to try to stand in that gap for you.
mm-hmm. Okay, so what about children? Like, did y'all have an agreement? Did y'all have a discussion on how y'all would raise children before y'all got married?
We thought we was on the same page.
Children challenged me and Michael.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know I love Destiny and Faye.
Oh my
Them
God.
my babies. Like
It was.
and like we don't even really like we have a son, we have Lil Mike, but we don't even really have to discuss Lil Mike is cool. Lil Mike is cool as a fan. I was talking about Lil Mike when I was getting my hair done today. Like it was a woman saying like I don't want to be with nobody with kids, and I'm like I love my stepson. Like I love my son. I love him. Like he cool. He easy. He so grateful. Like my kids would be giving me the business. He just easy. He go with the flow. He kind of like his dad. My kids, they some little divas, and I don't think Michael was prepared for that.
I was like so Lil Mike started living with me like when he turned 10. So, you know, when, you know, I'm a military guy, you know, so I was strict. I was very, hey, do this is right, you know. And when they moved in, hey, Saturday we got to get up, clean up. They was like, what, mama? And it was like, so it was tough. It was tough. I had to lighten my heart a little bit. And, you know, girls is not the same as raising boys. You know, it's a difference. And I had to lighten up.
Yeah, my kids are also like a little bit spoiled, and I had to have like a real heart-to-heart conversation with Michael about like overcompensation in different areas because my kids, I was a kid when I had my children. Me and my kids grew up together. So the future that I am today, they were on that journey with me. So it was a lot of time missed with my kids. And my kids live with me. I raised my kids for the record, but I was doing doubles sometime, and then I would do doubles and go sell real estate sometimes, where I would show up for the stuff that was important. But for a long time, I was a provider for my children. I was not mothering. For me, I don't feel like I was mothering my kids the way I would have liked to
I
mother
respect the
my
fact
children.
that you even realize.
No, I do.
Like
I do.
The fact that you can realize that.
No, I do. And I love my kids. And that's why I love my kids so much because they've given me so much grace. And they understood what I was trying to do. I wasn't partying. I wasn't running behind. My kids only know they daddy and Michael. My kids ain't never saw me with another man. I was trying to figure something out because I wanted to provide a better life for my kids. And sometimes it was too, I don't want to say my detriment, but they definitely, you know, missed out on some things. So it was the overcompensation of my kids. You see it. You know my kids. They get a lot from me. You know, my kids can get almost anything from me. And sometimes to a fault. And I also had like a real lax relationship with my kids because it has come to bite me sometimes. There is a level of respect with Destiny and Faye, but they like my homegirls. And it shouldn't be like that, but it's the truth. I'm not about to sit here and lie. So it would be like sometimes, you know, that little me want to be like, when, what's up? And it's like when your mommy not in homegirl mode, she in mommy mode. It was like he wasn't used to that dynamic. But it's like I was 16 when I had my daughter. Me and Destiny 16 years apart. You see me and Destiny dynamic. I have to get on her sometimes and like reel her back in. Like, like I'm still your mama and I'm a black mama. But he wasn't used to that. But it's like, you know, my kids, now he knows like I'm not one of those mothers like I don't know how to say this, but I'm going to say how I tell my kids. Like, I'm not no fool. I will have conversations with Destiny and Faye and let them know. I can't tell y'all what to do with the little boys that y'all halfway like, that you don't know if they like you back or not. I'm not going to let you ruin my relationship because you don't like being told when you are wrong. But, you know, I still had to have that conversation with him on, like, why I had the dynamic I had with my children. Y'all, you see, we still married. I wasn't going to lose my man because my kids, I don't lose your man because my daughter got a boyfriend right now. I can't tell her nothing about. And I'm still taking care of her. But, you know, it was different.
Do you think we're on the same page when it comes to parenting?
I do. I think you let me do what I need to do. I don't.
Yeah.
You don't.
I heard you. I was like,
and I'm happy about that because I was weary, but I was like, cool, because that's a fear. The whole marriage and children dynamic of how I was raised, and my father, I love him, but he was on some poison as far as the advice of getting married and having children. Don't get married, don't have kids, it'll ruin your life. Don't get married, don't have kids, it'll ruin your life. My whole life, like my entire life, even up until, like, he was like, I love her, I like her, but you sure this what you wanted? Your life ain't your life no more. That's all he kept saying, your life. And so it was like, you showed me a different way of, things to the point where I felt comfortable. I brought that wall down because I went all the way through college, no kids, no nothing. And that's not, a lot of brothers can say
No,
that,
for real.
especially in the South. So I'm like, I'm not doing. So when I finally made it to that point, I told her, I said, I want to experience a successful marriage first. Before we jump in having kids, let me deal with this fear first. Let me deal with the apprehension of this first. Let me see if this is the poison that he said it was going to be. And it wasn't. So I'm like, okay.
No, LaTrease a good wife.
Let me tell that. I ain't saying, but that ain't the question. So boom, we got the kids. And to answer the question, I feel like we on the same page. She lets me handle Ashton the way he needs to be handled because he can be her friend. I'll let her deal with the shrapnel of that later because I see it, but that ain't my business. But when he comes step to me,
I know it's
I don't play games with him.
Boys,
I heard you. I told him. I said he's
how
in your
Ashton?
face.
He 3, and he get it already.
So
he already know how to play her.
Yeah.
He know how to try to.
I would say this about boys is like us as fathers, we have to be very, and this is just me because I cracked my head with my son because I was so strict and I remember yelling at little Mike one day. We was over my parents' house. He was sitting under the table just crying, and I'm going in on it, and my daddy is just looking at me, my father, and everything I learned how to be a father from, I learned from him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just looking at me, and he's like, "How's that working for you?" I'm like, I ain't working good at all. I'm trying to get him to do this. I think he needed whooping. And he was like, well, maybe you need to try a different approach. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, and I thought about that. And that's when it had to switch from, me being a disciplinarian to like, okay, we in this together. Let's work through these problems. Let's work through these situations together. And I think that's important just because on the fact that you're going to want your kids when they get of age to be able to talk to you. And I think that's one thing my wife does well with her girls, where they will come and talk to her and communicate with her because, big world problems is coming and they need to know that they got somebody to go to, That
got sense. That has sense.
But I think there's a line. That's just all. Like, I play with him.
No, yeah.
Like, she didn't message me and that surprised her. She was like, you in his room? I'm like, yeah, we watching TV.
That's the way to do it.
Like, I'm sitting right in his bed with him. But I have a cutoff.
I think that you and Michael, when I heard you talk, it reminded me of Michael with Lil Mike, where y'all gonna be good. Like, Lil Mike knew not to
because I'm a kid. I'm a big ass kid.
He knew not to play with Michael.
I'm a big kid.
He ain't start even toting that line until he was about grown. And it was like light stuff. It wasn't nothing crazy.
But as long as he know that, we're fine.
Yeah.
He can talk to me. I ask him to use his words and stuff like. But certain things he gotta know.
And he at that age where you gotta show.
He gotta know.
You
gotta know.
You creating that structure right now.
I'll loosen up as he begins to understand.
That's the best.
You can't be like this the entire time.
No.
But there are impressionable years.
Yeah.
Because
if you don't do it now, it's way harder.
It's gonna be
between 5 and
later.
10, it's way harder.
It's
between 3 and 6.
No, we worked we met in prison, and you get to hear those conversations. And one thing that when you talk to them men and you have real conversations, they always, and even me with my kids, like, I let my kids down, but I can see where my mom messed up. I can see where
I'll be your friend later.
She took that, she laid off of me a little bit, and it was just like that changed the whole trajectory of my life. You talk to them guys, they'll say like, man, I wish I would have listened to my parents, or I wish my parents were strict, or I wish so. It has to be like, it has to be a balance. It has to be about. Michael looked at me and told me when we was getting married, I had to throw this in there before we finished. He set me down because you asked, was it a conversation? It wasn't a real conversation about parenting. We felt like we were on the same page, but it was a conversation about kids that came back to bite him later. He said, I just want to let you know, Future, before we get married, I'm not having no more kids. I'm a second wife. I'm not having no more kids. I already did that. This is that and other. I said, okay. Because I didn't want to have no more kids either. I didn't want, didn't plan on having kids ever. I was going to be the rich auntie. Just irresponsible. That was my truth. I was going to be a lawyer to rich auntie. So I'm like, I was looking at him crack. Okay, like, cool. And then about 5 years into it, you think we can have a baby, I think I'm ready for a baby.
You're way better daddy than
I think that's the thing, though. Like I said, we had that blessing of being able to grow up.
Yeah.
She got a chance to grow up before we had this endeavor to go on together.
Too
so
soon.
It's cool.
I spoke too soon.
But that's another thing. Like marriage, you're going to go through so many phases. The person that you marry is not going to be the same person that you're with later. and you gotta ride the wave.
Oh yeah.
You gotta get ready to get on that roller coaster because they can change, and
They will
nobody
change.
talks
They
about
will
that.
change.
Will change.
Nick, they will change.
Their goals, their careers, their ambitions. Like nobody talks about that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, because Future wasn't this big
No, I
real
was like,
estate agent.
I need you to
when-
send me
real estate
$300.
broker, and it's different because in the start of our marriage, I moved to Milwaukee, to take a job. You know what I mean?
LaTrease was like, "You doing that?" LaTrease like, "I couldn't do it." But she didn't say she would tell Nick not to take the job. She said, "I'll be living in Milwaukee too." I'm like, I can't give up everything just to go to Milwaukee.
that's we've had that conversation though because Nick was a train conductor and everything, and it was just like Nick wants to move out of state now, and I'm like, we can move out of state, but you have to be able to make enough to support me while I get my feet off the ground in a whole new business and a whole new place because.
LaTrease ain't staying at home nowhere. LaTrease going where her man is at.
I need affection. I need that like he said, that thigh, that love every night. Like I need all of that. So
and
I
think
admire
that
y'all
made
for
us-
getting through that.
probably made us grow.
You know what? It was a gift. It was a gift, like in disguise. Like I thought it was gonna be. I was open. I was just like, dude, I'm kind of cool. Do what you gonna do. I didn't want him to leave. I expressed that. Nobody wants their husband to leave. When he left. It was like maybe 5 or 6 months after we got married. It was like right after we got married. I knew he wanted the job though. I'm not clingy though. Like most women. Well,
you a workhorse too.
I work, so it's like I was
you
working.
keep yourself busy.
Yeah, I made so much money, and then when I started running behind him, that's that when I made $2,700, and I was just like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" But yeah, I work, so it gave us the time to miss each other. So when we saw each other, the time was just different. He was all over the United States, so like I spent like a New Year's in Florida. We got to watch the fireworks from our balcony. He flew me out to Cali, and we did that little mountain thing. We got to do a lot of cool stuff. Like I went, of course, to Wisconsin to visit him, and we went and drank beer. When he drank beer, I watched. So it was fun. It brought back like it brought some more excitement into our marriage because we missed each other. So we was having a good time.
So what would you say was the first thing that annoyed you after y'all honeymoon? Like the first.
Oh, after we got married, COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
So remember, you came to my wedding. We got married in Vegas. We got back. COVID was like, they were talking about it a little bit, but we made it home. Everybody was on lockdown. I'm not used to being up under a man. Like even when I was with my kid's daddy, I wasn't used to being up under a man. So now we trapped in a house together, and I can tell I'm annoyed. He kind of annoyed. He nitpicky. Michael is old as hell in his mind. This is before he even turned 40. He just is an old man, so he nitpicky. I remember looking at him in the face. I was going to work. I had never been so happy to go to work in my life, and I do not go to work. I used to be the FMLA queen. I was putting on that uniform, getting up out of that house because I worked in prison, so the prison was still open. I remember looking at him, and I'm like, if you don't start being nice, like, I'm going to have to get up out of here. Because he was mean. I don't know if he was annoyed because he liked to work too. And he was at home, so they had him working from home. I was at home for a little while until we figured everything out. And that was like our first conversation. Like, hey, sir, check that attitude. And I'm kind of aggressive. I don't like nobody being mean to me.
Mm. What would you say was the first thing that annoyed you after our honeymoon?
Your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You got a little mouth
that.
on you?
Yes.
Yep.
I do. But
But
You don't be
but the
laughing
thing
and
is, I'm
joking.
such a passive dude sometimes when it comes to people I love. So that's the thing. So she'll see me act one way with people that I could care less. I don't care if I ever see you again. Then it's her. It's like I was like, how do I had to find out how to talk to her and be assertive and not be looked at as a weakling or
Yeah.
like it's weird when you love somebody because you don't want to be
Disrespectful.
you don't want to be
but
on
you
doormat
wanna-
either
yeah, but you don't
because
wanna be a
the
doormat.
thing is you can draw the hard line with a B word every day that you don't care about because you just that, but you somebody I love, so it's like I can't even talk to you how I was talking to these people because I didn't care if I saw them again. I actually do care, but I want you to see me different. Because like, why are you talking or responding this way? It must be something I'm putting out too. So I had to work on myself too. You know what I'm saying? I had to work on myself too so I can get a different response from her. Like, yeah, you know, it's not, and then on top of that, it's not all on her and on me. It's the way that you were raised.
Yeah.
What was allowed during your growth and what wasn't allowed during your growth.
Right.
Because I'm big on, I don't believe in zodiac signs and all that crap. I believe that you are what you were allowed to endure, what you were forced to endure, and what people had to take from you that you weren't forced to change. So now you think it's okay to be that way.
Yeah.
Men and women alike. So I had to check myself with things that I'm like, well, what's bringing on this energy? You know what I'm saying? And I worked on myself, and slowly it became a more flow of communication between us, and we don't have that problem. We just don't have that problem. We don't even really argue for real. Like we might have a debate or something, but we kind of see things through the same lens.
Yeah.
We really do. It's just, it might be communicated different, but we don't argue much because we understand who we are and what we came from, and us being, dare I say it, the superstars of our circle growing up. I know what that looks like. So even when it becomes to me having a rap career and her supporting it for so long, to her doing her thing in real estate, and then now the perspective, and me getting a chance to support her, I'm actually excited by it.
Right.
Because I get a chance to hold her bag and stand behind her and help book her shows and give her ideas while she was giving me ideas for bars, for battles, and for songs and stuff like that. So seeing things shift, you know, we just learn how to communicate that. So
I think a lot of,
I got a call. Excuse me.
I think a lot of it is reciprocal. Like if you in marriage, like if you give your spouse a certain level of energy, they're going to give it back. And that, I think, was what was happening. Like if I feel like you talking to me crazy, I'm not going to bite my tongue. Like I'm going to respond the same way. But if you talk to me calm, like, hey, I think we should do this, or hey, I think this is how we need to handle that, then I'm going to respond. Like if you're like, hey, babe, I think, you know, we need to talk. Like, then I'm like, okay, hey, what's going on? But if you're like yelling at me or something, then that's the mode I'm going to go into. And that's something I think I started working on. Is just like, I know my snapback. Like I can snap back. So I'm working on just, you know, being more soft and submissive and, you know, all those things. So
I think that women like me and LaTrease, we just have dominant personalities. Like, so it's like leaning into like the feminine. You know what I'm saying? Because when you a boss all day, it requires a certain type of energy. And you got to figure out how to turn that off when you get home. And I know for me, that was something that I didn't realize. And it's something I'm actively working on. Like LaTrease, we talk about it because we both dominant women. Being able to switch. And kind of like, you know, it's code switching a little bit. When you at the workplace, that's who you get to be at the workplace. But when you get home, a man wants a certain level of respect and wants to feel respected. Communication, I think that's the roughest thing. I don't think it's money. I think money might be next. I don't think people think infidelity. People think money ruin marriages. It's that communication. Like me and Michael, we went to therapy about our communication because we communicate very differently. I'm a firecracker.
But as long as you do it, it's like, that's the thing though. As long as you communicate, like as long you'll find it. As long as one of y'all don't shut down.
We needed some help. We needed some.
But as long as one of y'all don't shut down, you're gonna find it. That's what I said. So
he
like,
was shut down.
As long as you don't shut down,
I love it.
You're going to find it.
Because Future be going. Pop, pop.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna watch this.
Yeah, because you love her though. That's what I'm saying.
If you didn't, even more upset. Like you ain't got nothing.
No,
to say.
the reason
say some wild stuff
because she talks better than me, and my mind is not. It won't.
Yeah,
it don't spit out the thoughts faster. So I gotta she had been done fire something off, and the next day I'd be like, "Oh, I should have said this. That would have creamed her."
Yeah.
So the therapist had to tell her, "Hey," because I'd be like, "Future, I just need some time to, you know, think about this, and then I'll get back to you." That's what after the therapist said it, right? And
cool.
that was my saving grace.
You know what I'm saying? We get through some of the questions too.
Yeah. So I was watching something on Instagram, and it was talking about the Japanese practice this thing called ma, where like basically you have a silence period or something to that extent because you give each other time to calm down and not just respond and, you know, argue. And then I've seen even like the videos where like couples get on the floor and they like look at each other face to face with their hands like this. And it's like, it's hard to be mad at somebody when y'all both sitting on the floor looking crazy. So you know, but we don't really argue, you know, a whole lot. I think one of the things that annoyed me most after the honeymoon was like not realizing how much men, well, I shouldn't say men, but my man did certain things, like if you go in the cabinet and you leave the cabinet door open, or if you like just leave stuff laying around, and it's just like, how hard
Don't do
would
it.
it be to just pick this up? Or if you go in the dishwasher and you leave the dishwasher open, you go in the dryer, you leave the dryer door open.
do that?
I have no idea, but it
Why do y'all
drives
do
me
that?
insane.
It drives
Like,
me crazy too.
just close the door. Like, why can't we close the dishwasher or the dryer door?
I ain't even going. You know what? We're not even going.
I'm not going there right now. I'm not
we
doing
not
They
even
want to talk
gonna
about us
explain-
getting dressed and leaving a mess.
Yeah.
But it's not the same as you opening a cabinet and just pushing it back.
Like taking a dress, putting a dress on, and not knowing you don't want to wear it, and take it off and put it back on the hanger and put it back up.
I'm not have time for that. Move on. Let's go to the next question.
Okay. What fantasy died quickly? I want the guys to answer that.
What fantasy died quickly?
Like, if you had a fantasy about marriage, if you had like a thought of what marriage was anything that died quickly or that changed?
It ain't that bad. That's what I was like. It ain't that bad.
That's good.
That's all I had, because I wasn't taught nothing else. I wasn't taught nothing positive about it. I didn't see nothing personally positive about it. So it ain't that bad. It ain't bad as what he said.
I would just say
That was wrong.
I would
he
just
was
say
wrong.
it
For-
has
in my-
changed
yeah.
from the way I seen my parents and their marriage was to where mine's is it has changed.
How
So
much fun are you having?
I'm having a great time.
How much
I'm
fun
having
are
a
you
great
having?
I'm having a great time.
Because you guys are married to
you
great
know,
women.
yeah, of course.
Should everybody else be so lucky? You know what?
What's up?
What you got to say?
I ain't say nothing. I
What
was
you got to
looking
say,
at. I was
Mr.
breaking the fourth wall.
Okay. All right. Did either of you ignore a red flag? I for sure ignored a red flag.
But we all do. We all have. We all do. In a sense, it might be big or small, but you ignore one.
I remember Nick mama asking me, like, are you sure?
Yes.
His mama.
She told him, yeah.
His mama.
Said, don't do it, girl. That nigga crazy.
She's
as
like, I
hell.
told you. He's what she say?
He's special as hell.
Special as hell. She said he's special as hell.
Don't marry that man. He's special.
It
as
ain't
hell.
a real big red flag with me and Michael. It's just like Michael can be a little bit more lax than I would like. Sometimes I want him to be more aggressive with things, but usually when I communicate it, like, hey, we need to get a move on this or whatever it is, I usually get what I'm looking for from him. But you know, I'm trained to go. So when you train to go and your partner is a little bit more laid back, for a minute it was like a little bit frustrating for me, but you know, we all got our faults.
Yeah. I think we just like are so used to like we want something, we want it right now, we want it when we want it.
Yeah.
And then it's like you ask them to do it and it's like, I'll get to it. And it's like
When?
now? Because when I said it, I really meant now. Like, I didn't really mean like
That's
2
when
weeks.
That's when that communication come in, where you got to say that, you know.
So would that make it easier? Like,
does
that'll
make it a lot
better?
easier.
You
Nah,
have-
I
We
know.
gonna- we gonna try it. I'ma try
you
it.
have, so
Now I got a
we don't
date
have that problem,
where you
so
want
cool.
this completed.
Yep.
I
got it.
Listen, okay.
We gonna follow
I
up
got a
on
date.
that.
Yeah,
We gonna
no.
follow
So it's just like yeah, that's all. I say that. I mean, yeah.
I'm
So I
looking
think
at
I
you.
think I know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna ask anyways. Who avoids conflict and who escalates it between y'all?
I avoid it. I don't think neither one of us
we
really
pick
like
our battles.
yeah.
Like me and Michael pick our battles because I do something like he just avoids it, and I do something like they hate it. Everybody around me hates it. Somebody will say something to me like, "Yeah, this is it. My bad," and then it's like, "Okay, let's move on."
Mm.
It's like, "Sorry about that. Let's move on." And that's just been something I've been doing since I was a kid. Like that's like, okay, I acknowledge it. Let's move on.
I
Okay.
probably hold on to stuff just a little bit
Too long.
longer, but I have gotten better.
You've gotten a lot better.
Yeah, but when something would upset me, I'm
And you know, that's
fuming.
different because I'm not like that. Like let's have a conversation. I'm over it.
Mm-mm.
He mad for a week, and I'm just like, that was a conversation we had because he did that stuff that men do, like where he not speaking to me because he's upset. I'll pull you to this. I'm very vocal. Like I ain't gonna be just simple conversation. Hey, we not doing that. Like you can calm down and stuff, but I don't want to live in a household where me and my partner not talking for days at a time.
Nick has gotten so much better, like with us going to therapy with communication. Like if I send a long text message or if I'm just not ready
You
to
send them to him too?
I
Send books.
shut up.
They be so long.
Books.
I
I don't even answer because I know it ain't over. I'd be like, oh, this is the middle of a sentence. It's another part to this.
Are
Before
you
I
using
send it.
ChatGPT, LaTrease?
No, she's typing all that. You can hear her in the bathroom. Be like,
Yes,
click, click,
those are
click,
not
click, click, click,
ChatGPT
click, click,
messages.
click,
Those are authentic.
Yeah,
And y'all need to read them and pay attention.
she really type like mad words per minute on the phone. It's crazy.
My thumbs just be working. Okay. Anywho, he takes the time to address something. So whether I write a text message, if I write a letter, sometimes it's easier to convey how you're feeling when you're reading it versus saying it. And then sometimes you forget, you leave stuff out. So like I would write a letter and Nick would address it like line by line, like let's sit down, let's talk about it. And before it would just be like shut down, like
I'm like, yep.
or you right.
Whole
or
book. I'm like, yep. All right.
So
That would drive me crazy.
oh my God.
Yep.
Cause what you try now? You
Because why
trying
you
to piss
talking
me
about
off.
yep?
Because I mean, I couldn't find a way
Why
to get
you
her to
talking-
see my
look,
side
look,
of
why
things.
you
So
talking
I'm like,
about yep?
because she might say a lot of things I didn't agree with, and I just was like, you right.
It'd be better if you just said, okay, let's move on.
Yep, you're right. What else you got?
What advice would you give newlyweds?
Don't do it. Nah.
Okay, Nick Daddy.
Nah, man. I'll say this. How about one of them go first so I can? Because
This is my favorite saying. Do you want to be right or do you want peace? Everything that you know you may be right about, sometimes you just gotta let it go and choose peace. Everything just ain't worth the fight or the reaction that's gonna happen from you saying this. So choose peace. Choose peace.
I would say listen to understand and not to respond. Like, and that's the whole concept behind the perspective. Like, listen to their perspective and see, can you actually, put yourself in their shoes and see why they responded that way or why they reacted that way or thought, the way they thought. So,
Nick,
it's back on me. You want to be last, cuz?
we gonna bounce.
You want to be last, cuz? That's what it is. Newlyweds. I think, oh my goodness,
How long y'all been married?
8 years.
Oh yeah.
Yup, 8 years.
You got some knowledge.
Yeah, that's why I want to make sure I say the right thing in this microphone. 'Cause I want to lead the brothers. I don't want to lead y'all astray.
Yeah.
All right. This is what I got to say about newlyweds, and you can use this as before you actually jump the broom, right? Like if how your partner looks or how good they are in bed is anywhere in the top 5 of why you with them, you with the wrong person. Because if you couldn't do any of that, would you still want to be around them? I have this theory called the Futurama theory. If you watch the cartoon, they show like older celebrities, there's just a head floating in the glass. It's not their body no more. So I tell her all the time, I was like, you my Futurama, head floating in the glass. She's like, what that mean? I said, if I couldn't touch you, I couldn't do nothing with you. If I had got a bad accident and I couldn't experience you physically, I would still want to be in your company. So if you wouldn't want to be in a company when they can't do nothing for you physically or make you look good as a trophy piece or whatever, you're with the wrong person. For real. Like you need somebody that's actually feed your spirit and feed your soul. That's just a bonus.
Yeah.
It's a bonus if they look great. It's a bonus if the sex is great. It's a bonus. But if they are not common to your soul, you wouldn't be with them broke. You wouldn't be with them down, and out. You're with the wrong person.
Yeah, me and Nick are pretty much on the same page because I tell
Fuck all that other shit.
No,
don't mean
seriously, I
shit.
tell young women all the time who talk to me about me. I work around a bunch of women. When you're dealing with a person, get clear on what your values are and make sure that y'all values align. Like Nick said, all of that stuff is
That
a
shit's
bonus.
stupid.
But you better make sure that y'all have an understanding on what it looks like for y'all. Like, do you guys both believe in Christ? Are you both Christians? What's his mindset on money? What's your mindset on money? Because I make money, but I blow a bag too. So that was like something that we try to figure out because I spend a lot of money. Stuff that's small. Do he want to go on vacation with you? How do y'all want to raise children? Does he want children? Like, a lot of times people get into relationships and then they move in with somebody or they get married to somebody and then they surprised about who they married. And it's just like, well, I thought, don't think. Me and Michael sat down and had a conversation about, bills. What does that look like for us? children, what does that look like for us? What do you need from me to be happy in this relationship?
Food.
Yeah, it straight
Amen.
straight up conversation on what we expected out of one another before we decided to even move in.
Just that
together.
transparency.
Yeah.
Don't have nobody force information out of you.
Yeah,
Give it up.
give it up so you
Let
can
them know
make
what's up.
a
so
sound
they'll know.
decision.
This is gonna be the person you spend the rest of your
That's,
life.
that's what I'm
with.
saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I think a lot of people don't realize men really are simple.
Mhm.
Like, and I'm saying it only because I know most women will say, no, they not. But they really are. Like,
I'm the ones that ain't figured it out. Trust me. We are.
they really are. It's just, are you willing to do the things that is important, you know, whatever
your
that is that's
partner.
important to them. Like, both of y'all clearly both just said food. Like, food and affection. Y'all don't, like, yeah, we are successful in our careers, but even if we weren't, I don't think y'all would care.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
y'all just want some food.
It's a bonus. Like I
And
said, that's
somebody
not,
to
we don't
touch
care.
y'all.
Yeah, that's it. That's a bonus. If your woman make money, that's a bonus. That's not what we looking for.
Yeah, I think that's across the board.
We don't care about that.
Want no man who won't
like that.
because I
Okay,
make money.
cool. I mean, we ain't got no strain
Yeah.
financially. Like, all right, but do you respect me? Do you, you know what I'm saying, make me feel like that king when I come home? Do you make me want to come home? Do I got to come sit in the driveway and be like, nah, I can come in the door because I know, you know what I'm saying? So,
Aw. Have y'all ever slept in separate rooms?
yeah, yeah.
Me and Michael ain't ever slept in separate rooms out of like being upset with one
have.
another.
Yes, you have. Because of you, not because of me.
Like if I fall asleep on the couch, but I'm not that type of person. Like I don't stay mad for a long time, and even if he is trying to act like he mad, it's still like you want to lay with your person. And then I have like a philosophy. Like he has gotten a lot better because I feel like life is too short. Like if me and LaTrease have a disagreement, and I know like I've been, even if I wasn't completely wrong, I'm gonna apologize because life is too short to be trying. For what? And so if I feel like that about LaTrease, I feel like that about my husband. Like I don't want to go to bed mad if we don't have to go to bed mad.
Yeah, I don't think.
I don't know what he's talking
She
about.
falls asleep in
Like,
other places. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was getting to.
We're not talking about if I fall asleep on the couch.
What do you mean,
I'm
like,
talking
purposely
about
not sleep?
like
Oh,
like
okay.
some people will get upset with their partner, be like, "You can't get any," or you know, like withhold sex and stuff. And
Yeah, no, we don't do that.
I don't. I'm like, hey, you get on my nerves, but
I'm getting
Yeah.
it. I'm getting it on my own.
We don't do that.
I'm coming to get it. So
I don't
it
understand
matter.
that.
Coming to get it.
I don't
so
understand the philosophy behind it, but we don't.
I'm going in.
Be
So,
mad
you know,
after this.
I'm going in. I'm going in. That's all you need to know.
what's something you had to unlearn from your upbringing?
I like I've been saying, growing up in that 2-parent home where daddy's right way was always right, you know.
Oh, Michael got to tell y'all, he got 2 good Christian parents. Like,
Yeah.
and we are all, you know, we all love the Lord, we love Jesus, but you know, Michael went to church every day.
Yeah.
He is like,
Tuesday,
his father's
Thursday.
a pastor. Like, he's a PK, so it was just like that different dynamic.
Unlearn. I even though I got a brother and a sister, I was raised in a dynamic that I was like an only child. So it's not all about me. I want to make it short because I know we're on time, but I had to unlearn that it's not always about me.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do some rapid fire. Anybody can answer because we're running low on time. Who handles finances, like paying bills, managing?
I pay all the bills in the house.
Michael pay all of the bills at the house, so
I give her the money. Just do it.
he pretty much handles
Yeah,
everything in our household.
I don't like looking at paperwork. I like just give her the money, allocate it.
Yeah.
Give her the money, allocate that where it's supposed to go.
Has success shifted power dynamics?
No.
Don't nobody want to be no man because they making some money.
No.
Like,
So you got to tell some of the
No.
ladies.
no, I
No.
know it hasn't. Like
No.
I'm still just a girl. I tell everybody like, no, I want to feel like a woman in a relationship.
Like,
And-
open the door for me.
Yeah, like be a man to
always
me.
do.
I'm not looking to be the man in the relationship.
Be like, if I'm at the airport, here's my bags. I'm just a girl.
For real.
We just came back from the Bahamas. I'm like, I'm just a girl. And he was carrying everything. And I
I
was
like
just like,
the fact that she even said it because I like girly girls. I
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
shit. So
Yeah.
even if it's at my expense, the fact that she playing that, I like that.
okay. Who had the idea for y'all two to work together? Like, both of y'all navigating the real estate space.
I had said something to him before, but I think as a real estate professional, the first thing you tell somebody is if like they want to do something extra, or you feel like it's money to be made, get your license. Like we just throw that out there, like, get your license. And he was like, I'm straight. And then he came to me like, I think I'm gonna get my real estate license, and got his real estate license and hit the ground running.
What made you change your mind to get your real estate license? I've been trying to get this one over here to get his.
The money.
He kept seeing them little EXP checks all over the place. The little printout all over the kitchen.
That's what I gotta do.
If I start seeing some of those around the house,
Yeah, you gotta throw them around.
Don't worry, this the right
just
month.
a joke. So no, that's not. No, but my thing is like, it's hard for me to do something that I'm not passionate about, and money don't move me like that. If I don't love it, like I said, I gotta love it.
Yeah,
I can do it and help and be. I'm good at a lot of things, but I would like to love it. Go ahead.
Okay. How does intimacy change after marriage?
intimacy didn't change for us after marriage.
Got better because now we was living together.
Yeah. And we were like, we didn't spend a lot of time together. I think I'm like, them people was living separate lives. We did have very separate lives. Like, I used to see Michael like once a week before we moved in with one another. We would have a good weekend. We would spend the whole weekend together. When I tell you I'm not used to being up under somebody, I cried. Like, no knock at him, but I remember calling like a old friend of mine when I was moving in. And I was just like, I don't know. Like, my heart was racing. My hands were sweating because I had not been up under a man like that. I had never shared space with a man.
I had went to this function, and it was like a bunch of men and women talking. And the question came about, like, how frequently should you be intimate? And the guy said, like, twice a day. And I was just
How can
like,
you do anything
that's
having
what
sex
I
twice a
said.
day?
Like, you
Especially if
over
it's good.
here. Like, you over here
Yeah,
is making
shut
up
I'm
down.
stuff.
asleep.
Like,
done.
you're going night-night. Like,
Yeah.
twice a day, every day.
He ain't getting it in good.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you just got to be intentional about making
Go
sure.
ahead. Go ahead.
Like, how often?
No.
Look at LaTrease. How
No, I
often?
said, go ahead. No, I'm good. You get me right. I'm good.
Okay. I'm just trying to fly through some of these. Okay, complete this sentence. Marriage is not blank.
Not a fucking game. It's not a game. It's not no show. It's not social media. It's
It's
not
not
a fucking
easy.
game.
It's not easy.
Yep.
It's
That's
not
what I was
easy.
just thinking. It's not easy.
Thinking it's not that hard.
It's not. I mean, it's not, but it's still.
If you with
it
the
has to
right
be.
person.
You gotta
If you
be
with the right
You gotta be
person.
intentional. Still.
You
Yeah,
still
you
got to
have to put
intentional.
Poison
effort
come
in.
from
You
You still
outside.
got to put that
Keep
effort
your.
in.
Well, how about that? Well, that's not the sentence. So go ahead.
Okay.
No, but that is something that needs to be said.
Go ahead. Go
If
ahead.
you're not ready to blank, don't get married.
Compromise.
If you're not ready to come and communicate.
Yeah.
Go ahead, y'all.
Love
got it.
is not enough without blank.
Respect.
Amen.
That was something I
Respect.
figured out.
Respect.
Respect.
But I could take that. I'll take a shot of that right there. Respect.
That's something I know is very important to Nick. So I'm in my whole submissive vibe and all the things.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that even when it comes down to respect, you just learn different stuff about your parent. Even if it's like the way communication or just the way a person moves, like you figure it out when you get married. Like, okay, so now I'm in this wife role. What does respect look like for me fully?
hmm The biggest lie social media tells about marriage is blank.
Everything all hunky dory. It's the same thing. Y'all people. Y'all not robots.
Right.
The wedding is the easiest part because blank.
Whose wedding was the easiest part? I didn't even have a big wedding and it was stressful. Was your wedding the easiest part?
No, it was
You had a
not.
big wedding. That ain't even
Yes.
a real. I don't even know why that's a question.
Yeah. Anything else y'all want to say before we run out of time?
Thank
Any
you
other
for having.
advice?
Thank you for having me.
I think that marriage is beautiful. I think that it is worth it. I think that you should be very intentional with who you get married to. I think that what Nick touched on, making sure that if it's not going to be your future Rama person, then you probably shouldn't be getting married to them is very true because money comes and goes.
Mhm.
People weights
Yep.
fluctuate.
Looks all
People
that.
change. Your partner, anything could happen. Anything could happen. And you have to be prepared to honor this person regardless of what's what. So make sure that you are not getting married just because it's a look or you feel like marriage is going to complete you. You have to be complete already.
Yep.
And work on yourself.
Yes.
Work on yourself first.
I always say put God first and just love. Love is still real. Love
Yeah.
is still real.
Yep.
Well, thank y'all so very much for tuning into our episode with all this black love. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And let us know if y'all want to see a part 2.